Hey guys, I am back with an alternate build for the Fire Knight Mech's waist, where instead of the waist being at that weird 45-degree angle, I have made the waist stand fully straight up using no extra pieces, just the pieces from the waist of the mech, just restructured to make the mech stand up straight. Those two pieces are not needed for this, which is like they were included in the waist before, and they are not needed in the waist now, so I've just set them aside. This is just the same build from the original set, the two little front waistskirt parts. So I've just kept those intact, and I'm telling you guys to keep those intact. Also, thank you very much for 1,000 subscribers. That is a very huge and massive milestone. I'm trying to figure out the stream still because it's having some issues, which is why I'm having it like later on in next week. But yeah, let's get into building. So I've obviously separated the waist into just little modules that I will show you guys how to put together. Take apart the whole waist, by the way. Nothing like remains the same from the set other than that front waist skirt. Take everything else apart. So first you need this little guy. He's pretty cool. He's got a bracket, black Technic pin sticking out, and then you connect the waist joint. So this is how the mech stands up straight instead of at that like angle. We just put that in there. Now you grab this module. This connects to the connection point of the legs later on, a connector for our connector. And just goes on right there with the two 1x2 plates right there. This is also like a really yellow plate, jeez. And then it's just this brown piece with the two Technic holes and the same bracket that was on the other side. This does not connect into the waist joint at all. It's just there to kind of support the waist joint so it doesn't like push down on this side. But yeah, now we will grab these little slopes with cheese wedges on top. Cheese slopes with cheese slopes. Yeah, it's just these little angle plates, and you'll want the flat side of the plate to be on the inside, like facing inside, so that the stud is upward, so we have a connection point up there for, oh yeah, by the way, just duplicate inversely, like mirror it. And then that connection point allows us to put these little brackets with a stud right there, and that just secures, this will later have a piece put over them, so it secures the waist very well. Same thing on the other side, mirror it, boom. Now for this next section, it's just a 2x4 with two cheese slopes on top, and then this little like window shield piece, just put that right there, little facing like downward, have that little upward part in the middle, and that can go right there. So now this is kind of a weird building thing, but this piece right here, which connects to the connection point for the legs later, another connector for a connector, it's only connected by these back two studs. So those back two studs are going to go up on the middle of that 2x4, and that will leave a 1x2 plate gap right there. If you want to fill that up, you can, but it's not necessary for the stability of this. I'm just telling you there should be a gap there if you're not using any extra pieces, which I'm not, so there is a gap there. Now, what makes this connection viable and like stable is this assembly right here. Two slopes with a 1x2 in the middle, and this just goes up here and it holds down the back two studs even more. So it just sandwiches the back two studs and it's like stuck there. He can't escape. Now we get the connector for the actual legs. Stick that on right there. Fits just fine. And now we get this connector, which is where like normally it would be two of these red modules like stacked on top, and they would go into these two holes, but obviously I've taken one out and moved it to connect to the upper waist instead of here, and that just goes on like that. Also, you should also have two black Technic pins left over, by the way, I think. Yeah, no, I'm 100% sure you should have two black Technic pins left over, but they're just not here because I probably sorted them away as soon as I started this because I was like, I'm not going to use them. But yeah, you just stick this on right there, so this doesn't connect at all. Woo, woo, woo. And then now you want to grab these assemblies with a 1x5 and a big slope. Slap that on the back and mirror it. once again, 1x5, big slope on the back. There we go. And that like forms the nice V shape, which is, I don't know, I like it. And then you have this little module right here. So it's just 2 inverted slopes, one black, one 2x4, and then like a little hinge flap thing. This just helps hold the rest of the mech together, like the waist together. So that just goes on like that. Don't like push this all the way up yet. This is very similar to the original set, so if you have the original set, you know how this works. And then just 2 red 2x5s and a little downward bracket, and this holds this upper section together. And you can move this, connect it there, just like that. We have the waist. Now there are some options for this back like section, how you want to like put the parts together. What I do, I get the middle panel, put this 2 side panels on top of it, and then I put these slopes on top, and that holds everything together, and it allows for 6 stud connection. Yeah, I like this a lot. I do like wish I could have made this middle panel, because if you like make it go all the way down, it's lower than these 2 side panels. I do wish I could have made it a little higher, but it does make sense considering the side panels have to move more to accommodate for the legs. But yeah, you just move that to the highest point that it can connect without obviously like overlapping with other things, and you just push it down. So it's just the top 6 studs of the 2x5s or 1x5s. Just push that down. And that is your waist module, almost complete, because you need these side panels now. And these hold the waist together more, providing more stability, of course. And you can just put this blue Technic pin back in, like the original set had. And there is your new modified upward waist. Now, my Fire Knight mech is already heavily modified, so I have no idea how this will look on like a normal Fire mech. My Fire Knight mech modifications are not fully done yet. I'd probably do a video showing off like how I've modified it, what I have modified, how I put it together, but I'm not creating a parts list. So if you guys want to build it, you can, but you have to like look at my videos and like see every part that I used. Something I will not make, like I will not show off at all, like how I built, are the legs, because these legs are very, like heavily inspired by Boba Cat Mox, and I like he charges money for his instructions, because obviously he put a lot of time and effort for making his Mox, and obviously you want to get paid for spending your time and effort. So I don't know how I feel about making instructions for the legs that are very heavily inspired by the legs that he's made. Obviously, I did not buy the instructions to his legs at all, but or like his Fire Knight mech, so I'm not like directly copying it, but they look very similar, and I feel a little bad. So maybe I give instructions, but I can definitely give instructions. Maybe I give instructions for the legs, but I can definitely give instructions for how I built everything else, just not a parts list. And when I say instructions, I'll just record a video of me taking it apart, showing you the insides, how it works, and then putting it back together to, yeah. Other than that, yeah. I would like some, like, the guy who asked me to do this, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. I know you comment on, like, all my videos. But if you could, like, try this out and tell me how it is, because I obviously don't have the original version of the set anymore, since I modified mine. So just tell me how it is on the original set, if you could. And obviously this is a very easy mod to try out on a very like pretty well-known set that everybody likes, or mostly universally liked. But yeah, there is the new waist. Waist rotation. Ooh, and it doesn't look too weird from the side. It does look a little weird because the cockpit does come out quite far, but it doesn't look too weird, and everything works just fine. See, that's not a fault of my waist design. That's actually the fault of the original design for these like front panels. But yeah, it works just fine. You can still pose your Fire Knight mech however you wish to. Yes, this is a very like tough position. Yes, I will go put some music in the background of this video, some Minecraft music as I normally do. Once again, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty massive. Once I finish this Fire Knight mech modification, I will do that full video that I was talking about. It is not done. The legs are done. Waist, I want to go through and add my own parts to it. All of this was modified with my own parts. That's why I'm not making instructions for it, by the way. Because I haven't kept track of any of the parts I've added to this set. But yeah, this set is like, I'm not done modifying it, and when I am done, I will make a long form video detailing like each part of the body. I'll probably also break down each part of the body into shorts, so more videos put out on the same set. I'm just gonna milk this set once I'm done with it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. Bye. I will see you next time.